Continuing as usual in the third episode of the SK System Strategy course, after we learned in the previous episodes about the history of the SK strategy and the basic tools, as well as the settings on which the SK strategy is based in the first episode, we touched on the trap that most beginners in the SK strategy fall into in the second episode, and we learned what is called the SK sequence today. In this third episode, we will complete the third piece of the puzzle of this strategy, which is what comes after the SK sequence, known as the major correction, which is called the WCL, and is one of the pillars on which the SK strategy relies. So what is the WCL? The WCL in short is a complete correction of the ABC wave or ABC sequence as shown here in the picture, where after the price reaches the specified target, which we learned how to determine in previous episodes, meaning point C, after the sequence there is a major correction to the WCL area. Often the market rebounds from it even by 1 pip or 1 point. We'll explain this through these examples and we'll learn how to define the WCL region. Well, as shown in these examples, we have this SK sequence. It consists of 3 to 4 points, point 0, point A, point B, and C. Alright. Now, as we learned with the Fibonacci correction tool, we determine point B from where the market rises. I must see a break of point A and then my target goes to point C. Now, as we said, after point C, after I identify point C, now I have to identify the Fibonacci retracement tool. Not only on point A, but also up to point C, but this is after it hits my target. I'll give you an example. I have this example here in the chart. As you can see, point 0 AB and then hitting my target, which is point C. Now what I have to do is draw a Fibonacci retracement from point 0 to point C, meaning the whole sequence. This golden zone that you see is what forms my WCL, which is where I should see a big market correction. Okay, that in a nutshell is the WCL principle. So in short, this is how I determine the WCL zone, which is that I draw a Fibonacci retracement on all my sequences, and the golden zone it gives me is the WCL zone where I should see a retracement of even 1 or 2 pips. This is true for a bull market. The principle is essentially the same in a bear market. Only the method of drawing the Fibonacci retracement changes. I take the Fibonacci retracement, then draw it from top to bottom on all the sequences up to point C. And our golden zone, this is the WCL zone, and I should see a retracement for all of these sequences. Okay, now the question is, do my ASCII sequences always result in a drop and then a return to the WCL area and then a bounce? Does this always happen? It doesn't always happen. However, this is considered one of the things that form the strategy. This area is often where the market rebounds, but not always. If you look back at the market and look at the examples, you will find that frankly, the market rarely returns to the WCL, but the market's recovery is a bit long, but the rebound from this area is significant, whether in a bear market or a bull market, because as you know, the market goes down in sequence anyway, either in the form of rising waves or falling waves. Okay? That means if I drop these sequences of mine into the hourly time frame now, if I change the hour to 15 minutes, I will find in these sequences of my ABC on the hourly frame. In 15 minutes, I might find sequences ABC here, sequences ABC here, sequences ABC here. That is, the market moves in waves. Therefore, the WCL means that the market takes time to rebound to it, and sometimes it may not reach it. So, that's enough. Regarding today's segment, I hope you have understood the concept of the WCL point and that you have noted down this information today. I hope you apply it and add it to your knowledge. And I'll see you in the fourth episode to learn the basics of the SK system.